The escalating conflict between Israel and Hamas. 24 hours after President Biden expressed his support for a ceasefire in a phone call with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Tonight reports Hamas has offered conditions for a ceasefire, but Israel is vowing to fight on. Israel dropping more than 100 bombs on dozens of Hamas targets, saying they have thousands more to destroy. Hamas firing more rockets into Israel, taking 2 lives. And at a show of unity tonight, Palestinians across the region calling a general strikeout. Shops shuttered in parts of Jerusalem tonight. Protesters gathering at Damascus Gate. Israeli police cracking down. ABC's Matt Gutman in Tel Aviv for us again tonight.
Tonight, on the 9th consecutive night of bombings, Hamas offering conditions for a truce. A senior Hamas official telling ABC News we would accept a mutual ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. But despite growing international pressure to end the violence, Israel today telling ABC News it will fight on, saying it still has thousands of targets to destroy. Israel pointing to Hamas's increasing sophistication, including this unmanned submersible, which Israel destroyed. And tonight, an historic show of unity. Hundreds of thousands of Palestinians living in Israel joining in solidarity with Palestinians in Gaza and the West Bank going on strike, protesting the deadly violence. But violent clashes erupting in several West Bank cities, at least 4 people killed, over 200 wounded. Israeli forces raining tear gas down on demonstrators at the Damascus Gate in Jerusalem, firing flashbangs and spraying protesters with a water cannon. The situation in Gaza critical. Millions facing vanishing supplies of electricity, fuel, and clean water. This man says, we don't have any electricity or internet or water or anything. What should we do? At least 213 people killed in Gaza, tens of thousands displaced as residential buildings are reduced to rubble. Young children and their families bearing witness to the devastation.
Hi, how are you?
Malak Matar, a 21-year-old artist, had been visiting family in Gaza when the bombs started falling.
Do you feel that it's like you are the next one? Seeing entire families getting wiped up gives me this intense feelings that I am the next.
And Matt Gutman with us from Tel Aviv again tonight. Matt, these reports that Hamas could be offering some conditions here for a truce tonight. What have you learned on that front, and what is Israel saying tonight?
David, Hamas tells us it has 2 conditions. One, that Israel cease all incursions into the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem. The other, that Israel not evict 6 Palestinian families from their homes in East Jerusalem. That's one of the things that triggered this conflict. An Israeli official telling me they're not interested. They will continue to attack and try to degrade Hamas's military capabilities to, quote, buy themselves a few years of quiet. David.
All right, Matt Gutman, our thanks to you and the team again tonight.